Todos los humanos iniciamos la vida como una única célula que crece y se divide, y se desarrolla en los diversos órganos y miembros del cuerpo. Cómo saben estas células en qué convertirse ha desconcertado a los científicos y derivó en la idea de campos de control en biología.
Los campos morfogenéticos, o más en general, campos de información, son sistemas de control por encima del nivel molecular o el nivel bioquímico. Son sistemas que organizan el cuerpo, organizan el organismo en desarrollo. Las plantas también lo tienen, y todos los animales. Y mantienen la forma del cuerpo. Ayudan a los cuerpos a recuperarse de enfermedades o lesiones. Están detrás de una regeneración, por ejemplo.
Aún podemos ir más allá y afirmar que el cuerpo humano en realidad es información estructurada. O en otras palabras, que el cuerpo humano es un campo de energía.
Burkhard Heim's mother once asked him, "Son, can you explain your theory in 2 simple sentences for me?" And Burkhard answered her with just one sentence, which was, "The world has 6 dimensions." These additional 2 dimensions are actual, real parts of your everyday experience, and they are not esoteric or far-fetched. But let's start with our dimensions. Everyone knows dimensions 1, 2 and 3, ordinary space, which has length, width and height. Dimension 4 is also well known to everyone. It's time, of course. First, about the naming of our 2 additional dimensions. Heim has, as I said, he took many terms of Konrad Martius, but in general he had a soft spot for ancient languages, ancient Greek mainly, and so he called the 5th dimension entelechy, which means having a goal in itself or a meaning. A term that was used by Aristotle already, so it's been in philosophy for way over 2000 years. And the 6th dimension he called the eon, which means the age of the world. So how do we interpret these 2 additional dimensions? If 1, 2 and 3 are length and 4 is duration, then what kind of scale or concept are 5 and 6? Dimension 5 Heim interprets as structural coordinate. That means the higher organized the system is, the higher its coordinate in the terms of x5. You can also call organization an inverse to entropy, and it's you can also imagine it as probability. The more organized a system is, the less likely it is to occur statistically. To be sure, the entropy consideration is only valid if you are sticking to dead matter, but we are going to stick to dead matter in this video. I'm not taking a piece of dead matter, blank sheet of paper. You can say this sheet of paper has a certain structural coordinate. And now I have decreased its structural coordinate. I've increased its, I've made it messy, so I've increased its entropy. I take a new sheet of paper and fold an airplane of it. My airplane is obviously more highly structured than my blank piece of paper. 2 structures which are similar are close to each other, and 2 structures which are, well, virtually identical, they are at the same place, at the same coordinate, if you will. And 2 structures which have nothing to do, nothing in common, they are infinitely far apart. That's the kind of scale we need to imagine when dealing with coordinate x5. So now coming to dimension x6. If I fold my airplane, in the process I will have different intermediate states. And it is quite obvious that in the process of folding there can only be a very specific order of these states. You already know that each of these states represents a certain structure, that means a certain coordinate on the axis x5. The axis x6 now, it orders these structures into a meaningful order, how they can be implemented in space-time. It's something trivial. You know very well that you cannot at first fold your wings and then take your sheet of paper and fold it in 2. x6 is the order of evolution. of my structures and my will to promote this evolution. The property of dimension x6 is also the reason why time does not run backwards. According to Einstein's equations, it could, but it doesn't. We don't observe it. And the reason is, that very property. The direction of evolution is determined, and it only goes from the piece of paper to the airplane, not vice versa. It only goes from the nut to the tree, not vice versa. And therefore, for the purpose of my videos, I'm calling the dimension x6 teleological. It means giving a goal and direction to evolution. And now coming to the more metaphysical meaning of the additional two dimensions. Everything we consider real, in terms of physical real, meaning things we can do physics with, that's located in 1 through 4. And now we have these two additional axes which are beyond space and time. They transcend space and time, and therefore Heim also called them the trans realm of the world. And there we can now locate and place things that have up to now been quite immaterial to us by classical physical thinking, like ideas, like our psyche, our mind, the concept of evolution. These things now, they become real in a physical sense, in a sense that is connected even to classical physical models. Being beyond space and time means they are nowhere to be found in the universe. They are everywhere behind the universe.